mean, Woody in particular, I wanted to ask you about that Palestinian rally that you attended.
Mhm.
What are the feelings on the ground? What would you the temperature of the room?
Are they upset?
Angry, happy, cheerful?
The J-Boys got him riled up. I'll say that. J-Boys got him mad riled up. But I mean, I watched the Fox News coverage of it. They said it was like a terrorist uprising and they were like trying to overthrow the Capitol or some bullshit. But it was calm. It was like similar vibes to January 6th. It was just a bunch of people outside screaming with signs. And yeah, it was pretty calm. I didn't think it was that intense or insane or anything.
Were you at January 6th also?
Yeah, I was there all day.
You didn't go inside?
No, I didn't go inside because I'm not fucking a complete idiot.
That's a good move. And you tell us if you had, of course.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. But they were welcoming people inside. Like you could have just gone inside. It wasn't like didn't seem like a difficult thing to do.
We've all seen the footage of the people who like busted in, but not everyone had to break a window to get in. You know?
No, it seems like a lot of people didn't.
They were opening the doors.
What was part of you like? Oh my god, the content. If I go into the Capitol, like that would be such good footage, and then you'd be in jail right now. You'd be in solitary, being sprayed with a hose.
I think I had like 12,000 subscribers at the time, and I was just thinking, like, if I go in there, it's over.
Oh, for sure.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I'm never gonna.
Jail.
It could have been a second Boston Tea Party, you know, if enough people had just piled on in there, though.
Yeah. Dude, it was crazy because January 6th, everyone was outside of the Capitol building for like 4 hours. There was conveniently like bleachers set up. And then I don't even know if I should be talking about this, but they eventually tear gassed everyone and we left. But why didn't they tear gas them like hours earlier? They like let us be there for hours and hours. And as soon as they tear gassed everyone, we all left. So I was like,
they got their footage. You know how it is.
Yeah, I saw a guy get shot in the face with a rubber bullet through his cheek. Pretty
through his cheek, it penetrated.
Mm-hmm.
Those are real deal.
So do you think it just to be totally clear, you think it went through his cheek and out the other side into his mouth?
Yeah, I think it went through his cheek and busted his teeth, and then he had a big hole in his face. It's still on my YouTube video. That's still up on YouTube.
Damn, I did not see that one.
But yeah, the Palestine rally is the biggest in American history, and
really,
it was just a bunch of people yelling outside in the streets with signs.
And they were upset that we're supporting Israel.
Yeah, they were like, Joe Biden sucks, and he's got Palestinian blood on his hands and whatnot, stuff like that. But there was an exciting subgenre of black people that the Uhuru people, and they were demanding reparations. Yeah. They were out there demanding reparations, and they handed me the sign that was like, "White people need to give reparations to black people," and I was like, "Oh, that sounds awesome." And and I tried to get them to do an interview, and they made me wait for like 30 minutes, and then told me that they wouldn't do an interview with me to get away. And it's like, how are you gonna get reparations from me if you're not going to tell me what the fuck is going on?
They can't even organize their own rally. They're piggybacking on the Palestine people. They're like, you know what? This is a big group. Let's bring our shit.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good sales pitch.
I'm gonna bring a sign about how the NHL draft lottery's rigged. They just like, look at how pissed all of us are about this. And then Chicago got Connor Bedard.
So you saw a lot of anti-Joe Biden stuff. Was that the main focus? Because there's a lot of ways to get mad about what's going on. You could be like down with the Zionists, right? Or you could focus it solely on just them, or you could be like down with all of Israel, or you could be down with all the Jews. But you saw some Biden stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of anti-Joe Biden, a lot of anti-Zionism, a lot of I don't know if you guys saw Nikki Haley tweeted out that anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. It seemed like a lot of people saw that and they were pretty adamant to fight against that. Like they were saying,
whoops.
Yeah, we're not anti-Semitic, we're just anti-Zionist. So there's a bunch of people talking about that, and people bringing up the Nakba and things that are from Palestine's history.
What's the Nakba?
The Nakba was like the 1948 displacement of 900,000 to 2 million Palestinians.
And they're not.
I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
You got the numbers pretty close.
No opinions.
I don't know anything about it, nor do I have any opinions.
I agree with whichever side is going to get me in the least amount of trouble. You know what I mean?
That's the
safe
option.
We know which side that is.
Yes, we do.
B-town.
I love. We were talking the other day. Who was it? It was like, Kanye's just always ahead of his time, man. Always ahead of his time. They're in the streets, like saying what kind. But damn it, could have waited 8 months.
He could have waited 8 months. I think he still would have lost his bank and his shoes.
I don't know, man. If he dropped some sort of anti-Zionist album right now and started talking about the Jews took my my wife away or something, with his craziness.
If he hadn't held up that like graph of on his phone, where like, because that made him look a little goofy, where he was like, remember that, Woody, where he's being interviewed about it, and he's like, I'm not going to say who it is. They're Jewish, like that hilarious line. But then he like holds up this like 4chan meme that shows like the media and all that, and like it's all, of course it's Reddit out, like with the Jewish people and whatnot, and he's like holding the phone like shakily at the camera that is videoing him, and it's like, don't ever hold your phone up with memes when you're arguing with someone in person. It's bad optics, makes you look dumb.
Yeah, what about this? I thought it was really interesting. I asked like 24 people why they think that the American government is supporting Israel over Palestine, and pretty much all of them were like, I don't know, we don't know. And I feel like it was mostly because I was there with a camera, and they don't want to like lose their jobs and stuff. But people definitely seemed hesitant to talk to the camera.
Stay confused.
Understandable.
Walk away.
Yeah.
Don't come to any definitive thoughts about this.
Or you might get got.
I'm a good boy. I know who's right and who's wrong. I was saying earlier, I feel terrible for those dogs that they're sending down into the tunnels in Palestine.
Kyle doesn't watch anything but Hannity.
Like
just nothing.
And Mark, don't forget about Mark Levin. Okay, all right. He's like, come on.
I like Ben Shapiro. I'm Ben Shapiro. That's my boy. His sister got them titties. I love them titties, and I love him. He's so handsome and smart, and he's good.
He's so smart. He's like debating 11-year-olds who are trying to play like pickup baseball.
Taylor, at what age should we start educating the youth? I think you should get them early, because if you only argue with 60-year-old men, I don't think anything's going to change. Okay, Ben Shapiro would tell you that too.
Kyle's making a lot of sense. He'd just say it faster.
If each of you need his sister to be there with him, like like nodding along and like affirming him with a low cut dress, and he would do so much better.
She can make you like agree and disagree by doing this and this.
Show us the titties.
Dude, you get her up there talking about Zionism. I'm like, you're right, babe. Like you should. I think we'd give you all of Egypt, huh? Like, does that get you going? How about the whole Middle East?
She's a coercive young lady, that's for sure. With them titties, boy.
I'd be okay if they wanted Egypt. Like they could. I know that they didn't build the pyramids, but most people don't know that, so they could make the claim for reparations.
This woman makes good points.
They're bigger than her head, which is a subreddit that I love. They're bigger than her head.
Good for her. I don't know what her beliefs. I can guess what her beliefs are. Her brother's Ben Shapiro, but who cares?
Yeah, she's about to make me donate, boy.
Yes, about to make me enlist.
Yeah, we should all join the IDF. You know what I mean?
Are we allowed into that the other day? Yeah.
I think it's funny.
I'm just interested because
I don't know if we're allowed in.
You know about we were talking about the skin bank before. Woody, do you know about the IDF skin bank?
No. How does the skin bank work?
Are we allowed to talk about some of this stuff?
Down. Don't be so loud about the goddamn skin bank. All right.
Well, I'm looking to make a deposit. I've got
somebody at your house is gonna fuck. Oh, they're stock full. They don't need any deposits.
My doorbell rang just now. That
I'm an old man.
I'm not expecting
if I donated a little skin, would it be like a facelift? Maybe
they want the whole goddamn thing. I think so. The IDF skin bank is like they've got all that skin there in case their soldiers get all burnt up and stuff. So they need lots of human skin, and they're skinning the Palestinians, and they're skin thieves is what the word on the street is.
Do they need any fat? I could go for lipo.
No, they don't want that. Just your skin. I think human skin goes for a lot on the market.
Now, Woody, you're not a baby, but they might, if you're not circumcised, they are willing to circumcise you and suck your dick. That's rumor on the street.
Can we negotiate on the circumcision part?
You know how in the American military, you join the Marines, they sit you down and like roughly shave your head. In the IDF, they like have a second guy trimming your cock skin before you go out into battle.
It's like a fluffer.
Sure. Wait, the second guy, I was laughing. Does he blow you or circumcise you?
No, he circumcises you.
That's a terrible deal. No. They should shave your head and blow you as your initiation into the Israeli Defense Force.
Yeah.
You get a lot more people interested.
Hard to get more people since it's mandatory.
Isn't there like a 20%? What's the percentage of Arabs in Israel? I would be curious about that number. Like population of Arab Israelis, I guess. Because I know there's no Jews in Palestine. There's none. Well, I mean, there's some right now. But like normally you wouldn't see so many, you know?
I don't even
Like
know.
zero.
I guess you're right. Like it.
Yeah, 100%. Like there's none there that live there.
How
Okay.
many? So
Yeah, I
how
don't
many
know.
Arabs live in Israel?
Oh no, I would need Zach to fill me in. I don't have the number, but I guarantee it's greater than zero, right?
I'm gonna guess
18%.
20%. Oh, I didn't even see it. I was close.
Mm,
That was pretty good.
thank you, Zach.
What about the inverse?
That's
Zach?
as much research as I think anyone needs to do about this entire topic. That's very telling right there. Don't look any
Wait, what
deeper
did
at
you
all.
learn from that? That
You don't
there's
need to research any
18%
of
of
it.
Israel is Muslim. I don't
Well,
know what to infer.
You and I
I
both,
would-
Woody. I don't get it either.
Okay.
I was just pointing out that like there's 0 Jews in Palestine, but there's 18% of Muslims in Israel.
Dude, if
So
I had the
the
option to live
Israelis
in
are more
Palestine or
welcoming.
Israel,
Is that the
Obviously,
Israel's
yeah.
nicer.
More tolerant to the other, more nicer.
Yeah, are you kidding me? If they're like, hey, you get a free house in Palestine or you get a free house in Israel, I'm going to go to the place that has like running water and nice infrastructure, which I assume.
Everybody's
they
always
have.
complaining about real estate. Go to Palestine. I bet
Yeah.
that stuff's cheap.
Louis
You
Theroux
just
did a
walk-
documentary called "The Zionist Settlers of Israel" in like 2012. It's a really crazy watch. There's like Christians will go over to Israel to serve Jewish people and work for them for free, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, they're the chosen people,"
That's insane.
and it's like a real thing that happens. But I like the name Defense Force a lot. Next time I get into a real beef with someone, that's what I'm going to call myself. No matter what, I'm just going to be defending
The Israeli Defense Force.
Mhm.
You
the
can't
Brandon
be
Defense Force,
the BDF.
the Buckingham. Yeah, go around
Yeah.
rocking people in the face.
Yeah.
One of the,
Well, I'm sure this won't escalate into a much larger global conflict. So
I
that's
told
good.
you it is. It's going to be fun to watch. I saw they were using some future weapon stuff. They've got drones flying through the tunnels and then exploding with foam, like foaming them the tunnel out. And I'm
This
so
is like
upset.
expanding foam to close the door, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I imagine it like gigantic, right? Like not like just a doorway size amount of foam.
guess.
But
And I
like-
imagine the foam to somehow be harder than the great stuff I use to seal
you would-
holes.
I hope that it catches people and that they're trying to escape it, but it envelops them in its wake.
13% of Palestine is Jewish. 18% of Israel is Palestinian. I don't think
Wow.
this is
Fact checked, dumbass.
How can that just can't be true?
Zach wrote it. It's
Where's
You just
end
wrote
of
Palestine?
I'm
conversation.
not, and I'm not going to Google it. And so it's true.
I don't believe it.
You're
I
wrong.
choose not to believe it because the last
Zach,
3
Zach,
times
can
you
you-
fact checked me, he was wrong.
Zach, can you go ahead and confirm that
true?
fact
Oh,
with a
okay.
thumbs up in chat? I'm thinking it's confirmed.
I don't think we can do emoticons.
They
Fake
tell me
news,
13% of the population of the Gaza Strip is Jewish. Is that what
What
you're
is
telling me?
dot line
So
dot dot? Is that a
200
middle
quarter
finger?
million Jews are over there.
Now you're flipping
Right
around.
now.
You said all Palestine. Now you're going just Gaza Strip.
I don't even think Palestine exists, Taylor.
Yeah,
You and
same.
Ben Shapiro. Yeah.
A land
Me
without a
and
people.
several- I think does the United States recognize Palestine as a locale?
Probably not. I don't know.
If they do, they're soon to not. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to go over there
Um,
next year. It'd be cool. Wouldn't it be cool to go over to Israel and do some like on the ground, man on the street interviews?
That'd be sweet. You should
Just
do
talk
it.
to the people.
Yes.
Not right now,
I
but
think-
like
Why not now? I think now is the time because I do see those clips on Reddit of like people at like having a great time in Israel, like back home, like chilling on the beach in bikinis and stuff by the pool, like having a great time. Like I think it'd be fine right now. I think
That's the
semi-safe.
TikTok difference. Like I'm not saying you're wrong, but I am saying
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
TikTok that like if you look at what the Israelis are doing right now, they're on the beach, they're partying, they're kicking off the next music festival, girls in bikinis, boys
Mhm.
flirting, whatever. And then you go over to Palestine and there's like children bleeding, legs mangled, dead bodies, blood, ruined infrastructure, and it's a night and day difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen enough war footage for a long time. Just
yeah.
scrolling through Twitter, it's like, oh, I don't want to see that. That's
Yeah.
all those dead kids. Like,
Lively got shut down and just became Twitter.
Neither of us
Yeah.
have been within like 3,000 miles of a war, and we're like, I've had enough of this.
I mean, we're not wrong.
yeah,
You know,
it's hockey season. I'm going bread and circuses mode. like that's it's all good. Is
What
Kanye going to get his career back? Is he already have it
What-
back? I don't
I
even
think
know.
he's fine, right?
They had him at the Ngannou fight. They flew him out for that, but then it was like he refused to go on camera or anything or something because I never saw an interview with him. They made a point of like sticking a camera in everybody's
He was in the
face.
Middle East though, so he was probably like trying to like show those graphs to like the Arab guy sitting next to him, and he's like, "Kanye, you're preaching to choir here. Stop it!" Like,
yeah,
like,
dude, Kanye could make a resurgence right now. There's a huge young crowd who'd be open to his message. I feel like.
Yeah, at the Palestine protests, like there was like a lot of the same people that would be like a Black Lives Matter protest for like Antifa, blue-haired people. It was quite the culmination. It was very, very interesting.
Remember back, I remember when it started. It was what were they doing in Wall Street, where everybody just laid on the steps or whatever?
Occupy Wall Street.
Occupy Wall Street.
When I was in college, they were doing that.
I think those are the same people. They just keep finding a new like fucking scam to run. There's got to be money in being an asshole.
Those people are like 40 by now, right?
Yeah, they're the ones in charge.
I think it's really interesting to be holding a sign and screaming in the street, and then someone comes up to you with a microphone. And they're like, "Hey, what's your message?" And they're like, "Get away from me!" It's like, well, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah,
what's the point? Are you
having
trying to get
fun, man? Why are you harshing my vibe?
Yeah, they wanted to post it to Instagram, get some
I think that's what it is. They just want to be like, "Hey, I'm a good guy, but I don't actually have a message or anything to say."
Yeah.
Here's one. Here's one. I keep seeing that, and I don't even know why it's a thing. So what happens is people post these posters of like the Jewish POWs or whatever, or prisoners. Like they'll why are you sticking that on a? First of all, why are you putting that in the United States? Like someone in New York City is going to see that and be like, Hakeem. I was FaceTiming with my friend in Palestine last night, and I saw this little fucker in the background for sure. Let me call. Who do I call? IDF. Like, no, what the fuck are you even putting it there? Even still, if you're putting in there to be like, hey, this is the evil that's happening in the world. Don't forget. Maybe doing that, I can understand that, I suppose. But then these other people who come around and want to claw it off, like you're so much more petty than the people who are posting them. So I don't mind when they sneak razors in between the pages so that they cut their fingertips off. That's funny to me and it also means that the people who like to scratch at posters now have to bring a knife, and it's New York City, so then they get arrested. So I've been enjoying watching that on the internet. That's kind of what I watch.
They need a hobby. Like I can't imagine tearing down posters in public. Who like calm down, idiot.
Oh my goodness! Like have you seen Babylon 5? You got plenty of stuff you could be watching.
Is there any cause that could actually get you going to a protest? Like in my head, I'm trying to think like they'd have to do something. Like I don't even know. Like I've never participated in a political thing.
I guess if an Israeli settler stole my home from me, like in America, I might go.
Okay, if someone steals my house from me, I'm going to a protest.
Like if that happened,
yeah, I would do that.
Even then, I might just go get a different house. I don't know.
I mean, here they just like rezone your area or something and price you out or like buy you out or something. They won't resort to genocide. But I don't know. Maybe if they were doing something that took some of your core rights away, it's like no more
something
cars.
meat related. I just thought of something good. Like if they
I was
were
gonna
like,
say
we're getting rid of meat. We're not allowing beef farming anymore.
Like,
it's too bad for the
fuckers
environment.
would protest if there's no scoreboard at the end of the Vermintide round.
No, I just won't play their fucking faggot ass game anymore because they don't put a scoreboard in it. Fuck those pieces of shit. It matters who wins. It matters who fucking wins. If it didn't matter, then I wouldn't play. We are petty. Yeah, I'd go on the street for that if I could. Someone should be outside.
Wait, did they do that?
Audiences. This game called Fat Shark. Yeah, or Fat Shark's the developer, but they're owned by some Chinese overlord that made some changes.